Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Screamin'. Welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Lightfall Season of the Witch intel. And in this video, we're going to be discussing the easiest way to farm out Essence of Crota in order to acquire the Necrochasm as well as its catalyst. A lot of things to discuss, so we're going to go through them one at a time, starting off with how you actually acquire the Necrochasm. Now, if you weren't able to complete the raid on challenge mode, you probably already know that you will have to complete this quest, the Bottomless Pit. This will require you to actually complete the Crotas and raid in order to get the Husk of the Pit, which you'll then turn into the Eidolon Ally. Now, once you get the Eidolon Ally, which is only acquired through getting a number of hive kills, note that you can't always get these hive kills in the actual raid, so you might have to go to the Altar of Sorrow or to the In the Deep mission, which is available this week, AFK farm for Thrall. But then you'll have to go back into the raid and complete either challenges for triumphs that award you Essence of Crota, or you'll have to complete encounters, and there is an RNG drop on Essence of Crota for every raid encounter. There is a easiest encounter to farm and a very easy exploit for it. So we'll get into that. But then once you've actually acquired your essence, you will have to then run through the raid again and head over to these two specific plates. One you will find after the bridge encounter. Now you'll need to have Necrochasm equipped. This plate will light up. You'll scan the plate. And then you'll queue another encounter where a whole bunch of sword knights come out. You'll have more swords again, and you'll have to defeat all of them in a time period in order to progress. If you don't complete it in that time period, you can simply go scan the plate again. The second plate will be in the last room where Crota is to the right. That is the right tower on the bottom. Here's a shot of it here. Here's another shot of it there. I didn't have a actual video of it, unfortunately, because unless you actually have the Necrochasm, the second plate will not actually appear. Also, if you haven't completed the first plate, even if you do have Necrochasm, the second plate will not appear. Same thing as the first encounter, a bunch of sword knights will come out. You'll have to kill all of them in a certain time period, and then you will acquire the Necrochasm catalyst. But now let's backtrack. In order to farm Essence of Crota the fastest and most efficient way possible, you will want to do the Yût Encounter. Now, though the Yût Encounter was maybe problematic during challenge mode, it's actually very easy to do right now, and it is the quickest encounter in the Crotas End raid. Remember that it is RNG, so if you do not get Essence of Crota at the end of this particular encounter, simply reload it. So I would suggest having a checkpoint save, because this is a farmable thing, so you can just continually drop in on the same character over and over again in order to farm out the Essence of Crota. Now, a really easy cheese that has been known since the first day that the raid actually launched, which makes this encounter the easiest one to farm, is the Stealing the Chalice glitch. Now, this allows everybody in your fire team to get enlightened before the encounter actually starts. Hopefully you'll have a warlock on your fire team. Have them use Heat Rising, jump up to the ceiling in the beginning room in the hallway before you actually queue the encounter. You'll know exactly where to go because there's these two little rocks on the ground. Go to the second one and then jump straight up, and you can steal the chalice through the floor. Get everybody enlightened and then start the encounter. This makes this whole thing a lot quicker because you won't have to trade off the chalice while the encounter is actually running. And once you kill the Shriekers, everybody can just go to the third floor, wait till you know where the wizards are, have 3 of your designated enlightened players head into the rooms, kill the wizards, and then you might actually be able to one-phase Yût. If not, it's an easy 2-phase simply by having everybody regroup again after the first phase of damage on the third floor and then trade off the chalice again. When I was doing this with my fire team, we would have 5 people get enlightened. The last person to take the chalice would simply deposit it, and then again pick up the chalice once the second round of damage actually started. We'd go back up to the 3rd floor, trade it out, and then kill the last 4 wizards. We never had this go more than 2 phases. More likely to fail than actually go longer than that. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about with the Yût encounter, or really all raid encounters, is if you are going for any of those triumphs, which do involve either completing a raid encounter all on the same class, or completing the entire raid all on the same class, or subclass in some cases, then it's good to know that you can actually swap to a different subclass at the very end of an encounter, and it'll actually count towards these triumphs. You don't actually have to have the class or subclass equipped the entire time, though it's going to be very hard to switch out an entire class. This is really just for subclasses. But as you'll see, I actually switch to my Arc subclass at the very end of this particular Yût kill, and I'm still able to get the triumph in order to get the Essence of Crota. You have to be a little bit quick about it, and of course it is easier for some encounters more than others. Crota, it might be a little bit more difficult just because you're kind of stuck in the middle of a melee if you're using swords, which most people will be. At least if you're doing it correctly, you will be. But with Yût, it's a lot easier. You'll have plenty of time once you go into that second damage phase. And one other thing that I do want to mention, and this can't be confirmed, but it does seem as though Essence of Crota drops slightly more often on Crota kills. So though Yût might be the easiest encounter to farm out, Crota might actually have a higher percentage chance in order to get the Essence. Again, this is unconfirmed, but consider it and maybe keep track. And I would like to hear in the comment section down below if you have found that Crota is dropping Essence of Crota more often than the other encounters, because that would affect, of course, not only my regiment of playing, but everybody else who may or may not watch this video. And that is going to be it for the information today. Hopefully you found something in this video helpful. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and turn on the bell to post notifications so you never miss out on any future Destiny 2, Lightfall, Season of the Witch content like this. You can also follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. Remember, any of those things also enter you into any future giveaways on this YouTube channel, and we do one every 1,000 subscribers, so you never want to miss out. We're also going to be doing another one when we reach 1,000 followers on Instagram, and when we reach 100,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, we'll be giving away an Xbox Series X. If you've watched till this point in the video, you can leave a hashtag Season of the Witch or hashtag Lightfall, or comment on whether or not you found that Essence of Crota drops more often from the actual Crota kill than the other encounters. And I'll give you another entry into the next giveaway a second time for this video. Remember, I do the secret hashtags on all videos, so if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, you can always go back, check out another video, and of course do it again. Big shout out to everybody who helped me actually farm Crota and Yût over the past week. Shout out to Sinister, shout out to Ducky, all the other members of my clan that have been helping out. Shout out to Brisk, and shout out to DJ. Everybody who was in the raid group that you see in front of you, also, thank you very much. And once more, I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time. Little!